Hello, I'm back again. It's time to do another unboxing. This time of the 4 ship Enterprise set in 2500 scale. You have the A, the NX-01, the TOS, and the B. Now hopefully the B has the proper decal trim, the light blue aqua trim, instead of the other one. So we'll take a look at the decal sheet first and find out if I'm right. And then we'll go over the rest of the ship. Okay, time for the decal sheet. So, we have a kind of grid thing, which is good. It's almost like a piece of stiff cardboard that holds everything in place. There you go. Okay, now, you take a look at the Enterprise. That's interesting. Don't worry, I have decals for a regular Enterprise instead of just the A. But look, it has the green trim of the movie refit. I'm going to turn on the overhead light and turn down the blind. That's better. Okay. Now, Star Trek logos, arrowheads, dark blue in here, so that would go for the A. This would as well. There is TOS markings, of course. Good. There's more for the A right there. And, of course, the warp nacelle grills with the black in place and the registry number already integrated. So you won't have to put as much in place as you did before. Good. Now, for the Enterprise B and NX-01. So, the NX-01, and this is a 2025 sheet. NX-01 Aztecs, there you go. Enterprise B, now look carefully. That does not look Robin's Egg blue to me. Nor does that trim. That looks suspiciously like the, however, and this is a big however, take a look at this. Robin's Egg blue. Even embedded in the Aztecs. There you go, see? Robin's Egg blue, perfect. The trim along the secondary hull. Now that's interesting. Even here. And there. And there. And there. Good, good, good. So you got all the Enterprise B trim all on one decal sheet. That's it's quite impressive, really. Actually, I'm going to switch it so that... Oh, wait. Okay, do it that way. Sure. Okay, excellent. So now I'm going to put the decals away and we'll take a look at the pieces because I want to see if the Enterprise B struts are straighter than last time. And yes, I know I just riffed off Greg Doucette because he says, you know, harder than last time. I said straighter than last time, referring to the stripes and the decals. But of course you have the instructions. So NX-01 comes first. This whole assembly is all in. Now that's very interesting because with my 1000 scale saucer, you can see how it all comes in one piece. But with the 2500 scale, you actually have to assemble it into pieces. Now that's new, I think. I haven't built the 7 ship set from 20. Okay. That looks familiar, yes. There you go. Really is a flying saucer, especially when it does saucer separation. Enterprise A. See how it fits together like that? and then that fits on the entire top. It's a much better way of assembling it than it was before. And of course, there's the Enterprise B. So you want to test if these parts actually straight. And then of course the decals. So NX01, model base color K. What is K? Silver. See? They keep thinking that the Enterprise NX01 is silver because of the color on some of the boxes, when it was clearly a very light gold. Now remember, this gold is toned down from what it used to be. It used to be the same gold as the Enterprise bridge there. The Columbia is the one that's silver. Now, let's see. Base color H for the refit, pearl white. That's good. That's exactly correct. Base color A, light gray. Well, to me, a royal light gray, yes. Enterprise B, white. Well, wasn't quite white. I'm going to make it a very light gray, in fact. Okay, so that is the instructions. Now we go to the parts. So give me a moment to cut those bags open, because I want to see if the Enterprise B and the cell straighter. All right, so you have the first two, which is the NX01 sprue tree right here. You see the warp governor, but it's attached to the nacelle struts. That's pretty good detail for 2500 scale. And the interesting thing is, I might even be able to build it with a refit hull as well. Possibly. Perhaps. Warp nacelles. I don't really know what these are for, unless this is for a stand of some sort. This could perhaps fit in there for the stand. Those could be for the stand. Here's the TOS Enterprise. Now, it is going to be a bit darker than that gray. And, oh, look at that smudge. Don't worry, once you spray it with primer and everything else, you won't see a thing. Warp nacelles. The window inserts are still embedded in the hull. I hope that doesn't interfere with the placement of the side hull decals with the windows embedded in them. I don't see the nacelle. Oh, there it is. There's a deflector dish. There it is. Okay, good. And of course, it only has the production nacelle end caps, not the grilled ones from the second pilot, nor the flat rounded rectangle ones from the first pilot. But don't worry, I have enough 1000 scale kits by now. I can not only build those 3 versions, but I can also build the mirror universe as well. So that is there. Let's see what is in the final bag. Oh, there's the bases I was wondering about. Good. Okay, final bag of ship parts. Building Motu Mega Constructs is fine, but it's always nice to get back to model starships as well, because that was how my channel, once I delved into model building, started. Okay, the 2 halves of the saucer. That's good. It even has these grid lines here, which have nacelles for them. I mean, decals for them. Good. And the secondary hull halves. Then, okay, now take a look at this. This is where you tell. Now, you happen to have a nice loose nacelle half here. So, if you place it on the nacelle like that, it does angle out a bit. But I mean, you can always angle them in slightly. Don't break anything, of course. This, believe it or not, that is part of the nacelle. This one bent. But you see that strut there? So hopefully when you put the nacelle halves together, well, look at this. Oh, where's that silver Sharpie again? Because I have an idea. Since one of them came off all by itself. Okay, let's see, what do we have here? Something right and something... Oh. 8 right, 8. Oh, it wouldn't work anyway. Six left and 7 left. So left sides and right sides. I get it. I get it. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Well, that's something to try for another day. I do see the hole for the stand. Probably deflector dish housing. Yeah, okay. Oh, here we go. Here's the refit, or the Enterprise A. Look, it's smooth. See? You don't have to wait. Now, give me one moment. The one from the Cadet series, that is a Smoothie Hull as well. So we're lucky there. I want to see the one from the 7-ship set from 2019, 2017, something like that. Give me 1 minute. That one is the one that has the Enterprise E and an NX-01 in it. Of course, you have to get all the nacelle details out of the way. All right, here we go. Let's take a look. That smooth, good. So all those years that I thought, oh, you have to have a 537 kit to have a Smoothie Refit, that's not true. The 2500 Scale Refit is also a Smoothie Refit. And give me another moment. All right, I've got the kit here with the decals that are already included, you know, from A Creation. So let's take a good close look here. Well, I think this is a smoothie. It is a smoothie insofar as it has the etched grid lines, sure. But within those grid lines, it's completely smooth. Yes, excellent, excellent. Okay, good. And I personally love the 1000 scale because it is a very good scale. It's big enough to show the detail, but small enough to only be about a foot long and fit on the shelf. So it doesn't get in the way. All right. Ooh, put any clear pieces on the top so that nothing happens to them. There you go. And don't worry, I have a donor kit for the Enterprise A because I once lost a torpedo launching tube or something. Okay. Yes, but you have enough to build the refit and everything else. So it's great. I'm very happy. Of course, I'm working on the NX-01 right now. So that is pretty well the unboxing of the 4 Enterprise set, 4-ship Enterprise set from AMT, of course. Polar Lights only did the 1000 scale. But you don't have to worry too much about that because everything seems to have worked out nicely and got all the Aztec decals you need and everything. And I am convinced, but I could be wrong, that I have another small set like this. If you give me a moment, I might even actually be able to find it. I was mistaken. It's all Cadet series. There's an extra Defiant, there's an extra Enterprise D, there's a small Defiant and a Cardassian ship. So, okay, and all the rest are 1000 scale. So, we're getting there slowly. But the good thing is, by working on the NX-01, I had room to put that new kit right up there. So, nothing got disrupted. And don't worry about that Voyager box. The landing legs one is empty. And of course, you got the complete shuttle bay. Oh, Allies and Adversaries set. That's 2500 as well. There's the Big O Berth class. There's 2 Enterprise Bs. DS9. Mm-hmm. You got more TOS Enterprises in 650 scale, so you could probably build everything. This one is 600, so that's the Revell from Europe. See, you have one here. That's probably 650. You have one there. You have one under there. It's in the tin. And then this is a mix of model cars and everything else. So that's pretty well all I have for model kit unboxing at this time. I'll do a full unboxing on the Mark III DeLorean, the Mandalorian ship, Razor Crest, the 537 Reliant, for which I finally have found the Aztec decals. The round 2 table had one set left, so of course I had to get them. Because hopefully the 537 Reliant goes together better than the other Reliant. Yep. Now that's the Lights and Sound Enterprise. You can see the gridware, and look. Alright, so it doesn't quite play, but just give it new batteries and stuff. Yeah, I'm quite happy with what I have for model kits so far, and the fact that even after 7 years, not only have the nacelle struts held, but even after 3 years, the saucer is held, and I brace it with the Construct. So that's a 537 non-smoothie kit. I think it's the one from 2017. And I did augment the blue a bit. I gave it blue trim everywhere. And pearlescent. Martha Stewart pearlescent paints. And I even took great care to color the phasers silver and everything. I colored these. I did not use a decal. I colored those because the decals just wouldn't stay, so I had to think of something. I even used a Staedtler marker in here. And colored the windows black, of course. Some of them don't go all the way through. So that's all for now, and the next time you see me do some model work in here, I will be working on assembling the small pieces of the 1000 scale. You can see the red, you can see the green. That is for the top of the saucer here. There's a little bit of blue that goes in there, and even there, the warp governor. But that'll be for another time. In case you're worried it's too gold, we'll take a look at the cover of the box compared to that. See, this is one of the few boxes that actually shows the NX-01 in gold, because look at this one. Shows it silver. But that's why that one's going to be not Enterprise, Columbia. And there's another Enterprise you can build as the Mirror Universe one. And I believe I have one more kit in the back to build it as the refit. And there's the Smoothie refit, the Star Trek 4 refit, the 2017 one. Yes, I already built one. This is more like a donor kit. 7-ship Enterprise set. The Excelsior, which I already built. That is another empty box. Might even be able to take a few model cars in that one. Yeah. And Model 49 is the Motu Landshark, but once I get to Model 53, it'll probably be this Herbie. Or one of the ones in the cabinet. So, that's just an update on Sean's model builds and an unboxing on the Enterprise. The 4 Enterprise set. So we'll see if they come out with a new release for the C, the D, and the E, because if you remember, it was the 7-ship Enterprise set D that I had to use for the star drive to make sure that the nacelles were straight, because if I was going to have it autographed by Terry Metalis. So I kind of did what Jordy did. Substituted another model star drive. Well, that's all for now, and we'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.